I'm recording this class today for Marios. This is energy awareness training on December 20th, and we're ready to go here. So Marios just told me and read me the letter. So here we go. So Marios, before I go into this, there's so much here to do. So before I go into this, I need to know what you know about my work and about energy awareness training.
I watched your when it was like the thing about quarantine. You did like the course free on Facebook. So I watched that, and I was asking you actually a question. It's Marin, you know? Maybe you remember.
Marin,
yeah.
It says Marios. What do you want me to call you, Marios or Marin?
It's okay. It's both are fine. It's because like I'm. Okay. Yeah, it's because I'm half Greek and half Bulgarian. That's why, but it's okay.
All right. But you look good. You got a good look. You got a good look. You're lucky because that's half the battle with women. That's half the battle. If you got good looks, you can get in the door. Even if you got no game, you can get in the door.
Yeah.
If you got no looks, you got to work your ass off, and maybe you'll get in the door. So you lucked out. Yeah. All right. So you were telling me what you know about my work. You watched the video and what?
And I know that you're saying that nothing changes until energy moves. I also know that you're telling us that whenever we have like an intense emotional experience, it gets like trapped into the energy body. So, and also like know that we have also like energetic patterns from our past or from the things that our parents had. But the main thing I know is that you're telling that nothing changes until energy moves.
Okay. All right. Let me give you a quick synopsis so that I can give you maximum value here. We are energetic beings. We live in a world of energy. Everything that we're dealing with is energy. You, me, the sun, relationships, women, money, health, everything. Now, why is that important? It's important because there's this energy that we have has characteristics. So you may have heard the term from Nikola Tesla. Did you hear his quote? He says, if you really want to understand the mysteries of life. Now, the mysteries of life means the things that you can't figure out, the things that you don't understand. Like women, for example, that's the number one thing. That's the biggest mystery in the world. How do you deal with women? What do you do? What do you do when they say yeah and they will and then they won't, and then they do and then they don't, and then it's yes and then it's no, and then it's green light and then it's red light? How do you make sense of that madness? You make sense of it energetically. Now, so Tesla said, if you want to understand the way the world, the way the mysteries in this world work, you have to look at things as energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, energy, frequency, and vibration. What does that mean? That means that there's frequencies, there's codes to everything we're dealing with. There's genetic codes, right? There's radio codes, there's radio frequency, there's microwave codes, there's cable codes. You need a code to get for your cable TV box. Everything has codes and frequencies to it in this world. Now, in this world that we live in, that we're into, there's a hidden level of energy that we were never taught that drives everything that we see. So there's a hidden level, an invisible energy is invisible. Can't see it. You can see the results of it. Like, for example, when they exploded the atom bomb. The atom bomb was an example of energy concentrated like that, but that wasn't the energy. It was the result of the energy. So everything that we're dealing with in the physical world comes from non-physical, comes from the energy. You with me so far? So this computer that you're looking at me on, once upon a time that didn't exist. Somebody had to go, let's make a computer. Well, it doesn't exist right now, but it exists in my mind. So let's get us some metal and some circuit boards and some cords, and then boom, 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 boom. You made a computer. You didn't exist 9 months before you were born. At least your physical body didn't exist as a human being. But mom and dad had a good time one night, and maybe they were thinking of you, maybe they weren't. But what they did created an energy. Now, you couldn't see it, but it happened. And as a result of that invisible energy, you came along. You became a physical thing from a non-physical start. Do you understand? So everything that you're seeing in this world, in the physical world, has a beginning and an end to it. Right? That's what we call living in the matrix or the third dimensional reality. Now, another thing that you weren't taught is that in the physical world, we live in the world of duality. Duality, what does that mean? That means if there's an up, there's a down. If there's a left, there's a right. If there's a good, there's a bad. If there's a female, there's a female. If it's going good, it can go bad. If the tide goes in, the tide goes out, and on and on. So that means that everything that we're dealing with has the potential to move one way or the other at any time. So if life sucks right now, I'm not saying it does, but if it does for somebody, there's also the potential for it to be great, because that's the other side of that. So if you got one, you're connected to the other. If life is great right now, there's also the potential, God forbid, but there's also potential for it not to go good. So for example, here it's daytime here in Los Angeles. It's daytime. I'm enjoying the day, but I know in a matter of hours, in less than four, maybe 5 hours, it's going to be dark. Now, if I think it's going to be sunlight all the time, when it gets dark, I'm going to go, hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I didn't want this. No, I want it to be light. And you got chaos. So everything that we're dealing with, Marios, is a duality. Okay, you with me so far?
Yeah.
Now we weren't taught that as kids. We're taught that, fall in love, everything's going to be great. Go get a job, everything's going to be great. Go move to this place, everything's going to be great. No. They didn't teach us the downside, and there's a potential downside to everything that we do, because that's the way energy works. Now, if you're energy aware, this is why I call my work energy awareness training. If you're energetically aware, you can avoid a lot of pain. You can avoid most of the pain, because pain comes in a certain way. And if you're energetically aware, you can avoid it. Now, so what did we learn? We learned that everything's energy. Okay, just in this last few minutes, everything's energy. Everything has a duality or a binary system. We're all binary. There's a binary system in the world. Why? You got male and female. You need a male and female to procreate. You can't have a male or just a female. You got to have both, right? You just can't have light or darkness. You need both, right? Electrical circuits need a positive and a negative to charge. You can't have one or it won't go. So what I'm telling you now is there are systems of how this world works. And if you're aware of how the systems work, you can be more, do more, have more, and than the average person who isn't. And you can avoid traps, heartbreaks, crisis, meltdowns, God forbid, avoid all of that if you're energetically aware. Now let's go further. This energy, if everything's energy, and there's two types of energy, then there has to be a high frequency energy or a good frequency energy, and a low or a bad frequency energy, right? Good, bad, right, wrong, up, down, good, bad. So in understanding things energetically, we recognize there's a force of good. That's an energetic form. I call it high frequency or high vibration. And that's a frequency that wants our good, that wants us to be happy, abundant, loved, expanding, feeling good, creative, feeling one, and joyful. That's the energy of high vibration energy. That's the energy that we were born into. That's why you see little babies, and little kids always happy, always happy. Why? Because they just came in from that energy. Always happy. But what happens is they spend more time on this world, on this earth. That they go from childhood to adolescence to teenagers, and then all of a sudden another energy comes in. And that's called the low vibration or the low frequency energy. And that energy is just the opposite. That's the energy of chaos, of anxiety, of stress, of worry, of doubt, of shame, of separation, all the things that we don't want. So every day in the world of duality, we are dealing with two energetic forms. Okay, everything that we're dealing with, it's either high vibration or it's low vibration. Now, when I teach you energy awareness training, when you decide to learn, the training that I teach, you become an expert at being able to read energies. Now, this is important. You have to be able, if you want to really have superpowers, you've got to learn how to read energies. Why? Because in this planet, there's other laws, and there's one law called the law of paradox. And the law of paradox is simply sometimes things sometimes things are the way they seem to be. People, places, things, activities, and sometimes they're not what they seem to be. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. When they are, everything's great. When they're not, we're disappointed. We have heartache. We have loss. We move into these energies. So everything that we're doing, every behavior that we have is going to take us into a direction. High vibration energy, low vibration energy. Now, you with me so far?
Yeah.
All right. Now, every day, these energies contact us in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our emotions, in our behaviors. So there are thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that we do that make us high vibration energy. You go to work out, that's high vibrational energy. You go to work, you make money, you perform your service, whatever you do, that's high vibration energy. You're kind to people, that's high vibration energy. You have a girlfriend and you treat her well, that's high vibration energy. Great. Low vibration energy, what's that? That comes and contacts you also in the form of negative thoughts. What if it doesn't work out? Why did she do this? That's messed up. And then it starts to attack you. Maybe you're screwed up, Marios. Maybe there's something wrong with you. Maybe you'll never be happy. Maybe you should just freaking just end it all, man. I mean, it's not worth living, stuff like that. Whoa. Yeah. Now, so every day there's a pull and there's a tug. Now, this happens if you're not energetically aware. You think there's something wrong with you. You think everybody looks so normal and I'm messed up. I got these negative thoughts and this thing happened to me when I was a kid and I don't know what's going to happen. And you got all this jibber jabber in your head. That's the low vibration energy. Now, these two energies we have to deal with every day. The high vibration energy wants you to be happy. It's going to give you thoughts, feelings, and suggestions. Hey, go outside in the sunshine. Go bring somebody flowers. Go do something artistic or musical or something. Stuff that makes you feel good. but there's another force that wants to pull you down. So you got one force that wants to pull you up, you got another force that wants to pull you down. And it tries to sabotage you in your head, thinking, it's not going to work out. Oh, life sucks. And it makes you feel heavy and dark and stuck, these two energies. So energy awareness training is all about really understanding and recognizing how these energy forms work, and how, not only how they work, but how they trap. Because the high vibration energy just wants your happiness. That's the connection to the divine. I just want you to be happy, man. And we come to this life as energetic beings, and there's also a duality in us. There's a duality in us. What does that mean? That means that we're both physical and energetic beings at the same time. So we're both, and if you understand energy is never born, it never dies. It just is. It's infinite. It's eternal. Now, our bodies, though, they have a beginning and an end. And everything in the physical world has a beginning and an end. Okay. That needs to ring the bell in your head. Everything in the physical world has a beginning, middle, and an end. Now, if you're energetically aware, you can do something about that. If you're not energetically aware, it's tough luck, buddy. Good luck. Now, that's the foundation. That's it. I just gave you that's the synopsis of a 10 class course that I teach, level 1 energy awareness training. Now, what happened to you? Here's what happened to you. You carry inside you right now an energetic program or an operating system. Okay. Just like a computer, we can make the same analogies. And this operating system is tuned to certain frequencies. And you're an accumulation of all the experiences that you've had in this life, maybe in a past life, or maybe from your ancestors, or maybe from your mother in the womb. We're energetic beings, and we're multidimensional. So we're influenced by stuff from our ancestors, stuff from parallel dimensions. I don't want to go into that because that's advanced stuff, but suffice it to say, you got an operating system. Now, within that operating system are viruses. And viruses, what does a virus do to a computer? It screws it up. It keeps it from working perfectly. It sabotages it and causes a lot of pain in the ass. And all of us born into this world have viruses in our computer. And what we do is we call them issues. So somebody will come into this world and they'll God forbid, they have a problem with health. They just can't be healthy. I mean, they try this, they try that. It's just this lingering issue. For somebody else, it could be money. They just can't make money. They just broke all the time and nothing works out for them. For somebody else, it could be love. Just can't seem to find, love, can't seem to find the right girl, can't seem to, whatever it is. For some people, it's career. But all of us as human beings have issues that we've tried to work on time and time again, and we haven't been able to. So that's why people do personal development. They well, maybe if I read this book, I'll handle it. Maybe if I take, this class, or maybe I'll do this. And that was me for about 20 years. I had a lot of viruses, and I didn't know how to get them out. And no one else knew how to get them out either. So I went to this, did this, and became certified in this, certified in that. but it never moved, it never stopped the viruses. You know, you can take your computer to the tech guy and he can say, well, can't get the viruses out, but I can troubleshoot it so you can live with the virus, you know, and unless you want to replace your hard drive. So they can patch it, but they can't fix it. So what my work does is identifies those viruses inside us all and neutralizes and dissolves them. Okay, and we all have them, and this is the work. Now, let's go back to you. Let me ask you something. How was your childhood growing up?
My parents fought a lot, and I had like a lot of drama and fighting and physical abuse and emotional abuse, and also like I had some abandonment issues, you know. And
I got it. Just like the rest of us. Parents fought, abandonment issue like this. So what happens is there was a lot of love you didn't get. There was a lot of pain that you went through. There was a lot of suffering that you experienced inside. And that is still inside you, unless you, that's your virus. And it's going to remain inside you unless you get it out. Now, what happens when we have a lot of viruses inside us, especially around love, abandonment, and hurt, as men, we go looking to get that emptiness, that hole that we have. We go looking for that in women. So you go looking around for a woman, you know, to tell you it's going to be all right, someone that you can love and that you can hold and that can give you all the love you didn't get when you were a kid. You know? And unfortunately, the operating system virus is tuned to low vibration energy. So the wounds that we have inside us, what these wounds do is they attract the same kind of energy. So for example, high vibration energy attracts more high vibration energy. So when you're around people that make you feel good or places that are happy and positive and loving, it makes you feel good. It brings more of that. When you're around low vibration energy, that makes you feel worse. Makes you feel, when you're around people who are depressed or people who are down or people who are suffering, 5 minutes of hanging out with them, they infect you. You feel, how's life? Oh, sucks. Well, what's going on? Life's just terrible. Well, why? Nothing's working out. Oh, this is terrible. I want to die. And you're like, you can feel it going down, that energy pattern. So you have to be careful to make sure that you nurture your high vibration energy and you stay away or dissolve your low vibration energy. Now, what you've done is what we all do. You're looking for love. You're looking for a great girlfriend. You're looking for someone to heal your pain that you've been through. Now, unfortunately, your frequency is tuned to find someone who will initially make you feel good, but eventually make you feel the same way you felt when you were a kid. Bring back the same abandonment, lonely, needy, desperate, all of that. And that's what this girl did. It was great in the beginning. And then at the end, you became needy. And then the power shifted from equal to now she had the power and you needed her and you wanted her. And you just, God, you just needed it. And in the law of energy, the needy never get fed. The hungry never get fed. When you're needy, when you're desperate, guess what kind of energy that is?
Low vibration.
And what kind of energy is that going to attract more of?
More low vibration.
Right. So you had an energy pattern and she had an energy pattern. Now she has her own patterns to deal with, which is why she met you. We all meet people for a reason. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but the way that our energy works is we go looking for that person that's going to do whatever our operating system is. So if we've been hurt in the past and been abandoned, we're going to find somebody who's going to hurt us and abandon us. Not consciously. Consciously, that's the last thing that we want. But you have to understand about energy. Energy is like an iceberg. It's 10% above the water, 90% below the water. And the Titanic wasn't sunk by the 10% it could see. It was sunk by what?
The 90% it couldn't see.
Exactly. So this girl didn't have a sign around her that said, Marios, I'm here to hurt you. I'm here to abandon you. I'm here to make you feel good for a little while until you get hooked on me. And then I'm going to crush you emotionally. I'm going to leave you feeling so bad and you wish you'd never met me. She didn't come with a sign, but that's what it was. That's what that was her role in. And just when you thought the smoke had cleared, here she comes back for round two to do the same thing. Here she comes in, she lifts you up. You have this emotional thing, you become intimate, sharing feelings, and you're bonding again. And when you're wide open, and then she goes, boom, sorry, mistake, bye-bye. I didn't mean, don't hate me. I love it when they abandon you. And they do everything to hurt you, and then they go, I'm sorry, don't hate me. Why shouldn't I? So that's what happened to you. That's what happened to you right now. So it was a gift. So this was a gift, this girl. You can't see it yet. Now you will when I tell you about it. But you're here on this planet, Marios. You came to this planet to heal yourself, to go through what you needed to go through as a kid and as a teenager, and then to clean that stuff up, to clean up and dissolve your low vibration energy. And that takes some commitment. It takes a training. You don't do it overnight. It's like if you're out of shape and you want to get in shape, great. It ain't going to happen overnight, but over time, you're going to be better. And if you start working out and watching your diet, you're going to be better next week than you were this week. And you're going to be better next month than you were this month. If you want to look like a bodybuilder, it might take you 3 or 4 years, but at least you're better off. So what you're doing now is you're understanding the way the energy works. So in my work, I teach that energy has a power, a purpose, a direction, a frequency, and gives off information. So if you had been energetically aware when you got into a relationship with this girl, number one, you would have seen exactly how this thing's going to go. You would see exactly where it's headed. Because when you can read energy, you can predict the future. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a superpower? Being able to predict the future? You better believe it. Now, when you're energetically aware, you can spot, see, the low vibration energy, especially with women, it doesn't come with a sign. It doesn't say, oh, hi, I know you think I'm pretty and I'm really a nice girl, but I'm low vibration energy and I'm going to really let you have it. I'm going to give it to you good. You don't come with a sign. You got to see it. And that's the work that I do. I teach people how to recognize patterns. And if you can recognize patterns, then you can save yourself a lot of suffering. So the pattern that you got into is, you're looking for love. but you weren't energetically aware. You didn't know what your operating system was, and you didn't know what her operating system was. And as a result, it came to be a car crash. Now, let's back up. Once you're aware of your energy systems, the smart thing to do is to clear them on your own with a coach or in a training or with a training before you get involved in the next relationship. Why is that a good idea to do before you get into the next relationship?
Because if I don't do it, like if the same thing will happen again.
That's right. Have you had any other girls break your heart?
Well, interesting enough, I was familiar with your stuff even back then in 2018, but it was very vague. But like you said, I saw that red flags this person gave me in the start of the relationship. The second week, I found out that she was something like a personality disorder, and sometimes in the middle of the night, she will freak out, she will cry, and she will tell me, "Don't leave me." The next day, the mood changes. "I don't want to see you." That was happening for all these 7 months. But like I didn't pay attention to it, because I didn't know.
And when she said, "I don't want to see you," that made you want to see her even more.
Yeah.
You want to see? No, I really want to see you. It puts you in a desperate place to want her even more. She pushed you away, and you wanted to come even more. Pushed you away. See, that's an energy pattern.
Yeah. And I did the mistake to contact the person again, because I felt like to clear like this things up, like I think 1 week ago. And she just like told me that she's over that situation. It's better for us to just move on,
But she contacted you, right? Before. Didn't you say she contacted you out of the clear blue sky? You thought it was over, and then she contacted you again?
That was over 2018. I cried for 2 months, and I watched some of the content, like these guys like Owen and Julian said, and I just removed her from my contacts. That's what I did. And then I started getting familiar with your stuff, and I started putting like my life into order again, and things started getting flowing, And as soon as like things were back, again, I was kind of standing onto my own feet, and things were good. Like she kept contacting me for almost 1.5 years. And I was surprised it didn't make sense, but I thought, because it gave me that hope that might be work again. And then that thing happened when I read you the message like this year, in the summer. And the only thing that it's happening, Glenn, is that, like you said in your videos, there's this big bag of grief that whenever I think about it, I feel this tense in my throat. Sometimes I burst into tears just like thinking about it, or I'm sobbing, or when I was talking to you about it right now, I could feel like my leg was shaking, And like you said, I feel that it's still like in me, this thing.
So the energy. So what happened is not only are you carrying the energy from your past, but she just made a deposit of new low vibration energy inside you. So she just brought you some more. So remember what I just told you: low vibration energy attracts
more low
vibration energy. So if you'd been energetically aware when she called you up, you would have said, "Oh, here comes the low vibration energy wanting to smack me again." And then if you knew that, you would have acted differently. If you looked at it like, oh, because here's the thing: if nothing changes, nothing changes. When couples break up, they break up for a reason. And what happens is the low vibration energy starts to haunt them after the breakup, or at least one of them. And you start to think, well, gee, maybe it wasn't so bad, and it's Saturday night and I'm lonely, and they were always there, and we always had a good time. well, maybe we should try again. Maybe this time it'll go. But if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if you
Yeah.
got the same energy patterns going on, you're going to recreate it again. I broke up with this one girl about 10 times because I really cared about her, but it was so negative. You know, I use this analogy: an ounce of pleasure brings a pound of pain.
Yeah.
An ounce of pleasure brings sometimes 10 pounds of pain. So this is the place that you've come to, and this is when you want to realize what's happening to you. This is a call for you to start your awareness, to start your process, to start cleaning your life up. And that's the gift this girl gave you, that you're talking to me and you're going, what happened to me? And why did this happen to me? Happened to you for a reason, a specific reason. And the reason is energetic. It's there for you to awaken yourself, so to go, whoa, I got some viruses I got to clear up. You know, I don't want to keep doing this. You know, I'm an expert at this. That's why I teach this, because I went through it myself. I went through a similar same thing that you did. You know, a real troubled, you know, great, you know, loving parents, but they fought, and there was just chaos and negativity, and oh my God, can't wait to get out of there. And I went looking for that, and I wondered, why can't I find the love I want? I mean, when I dated, it's like, if I didn't really care about the girl, then I'd be in control, right? And then I'd run the thing, and then I'd break up with her, and it was no. But if I fell in love, if I really got emotionally close and wanted to really, you know, have a relationship, it always went sour. Started great, and it went sour. Why? And no one could. No, there were no answers then. But now there are. In the new fields of energy medicine and energy psychology and energy training, the answers are, because it's in the energy. It's in the patterns that you have. So you have patterns that need to be clean. Now, I can show you a couple of things here on the call, but you tell me, what is it that you want to get from this time with me? Besides clarification, I just gave you clarification. What is it that you need?
Yeah, I'd like to start like clearing this thing that I'm having about that situation, like move on from it, you know.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm just hooked on it, like emotionally, and I want to just clear it out.
Okay. So here's the way the clearing process works. We all hold inside us low vibration energy. And our energy bodies are like our physical bodies. So every day you got to clean your physical body. Might be able to get away with it for a day or two, but that's about it. Unless you're out in the, you know, camping or out in the forest or something. You got to clean this thing. Now, what happens if you don't clean it? Starts to smell, starts to get uncomfortable. People start to react to you. It's the same thing with your energy body. Every day we accumulate new low vibration energy, new stress, new anxiety. Just living this life causes anxiety. I mean, every day when you wake up, you know, you'll have about 50,000 thoughts. Right? Thought. What about this? What about that? Blah, 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 just thought. And roughly about 50% of those thoughts are low vibration energy, or are stress producing thoughts. Now, when we create any kind of low vibration energy, it attaches itself to us in our energy body. So that's why when you get upset, for example, you get into an argument, or you get upset, or you get just upset, you can feel the energy inside you. Yuck! And then once the argument is over, you still feel it for hours. You still feel it. You know, argue with someone and you're pissed the rest of the day, or sometimes for a couple of days or a week, you know, from an argument that you had from somebody or a disagreement. Why? Because that energy, all energies, they cling to us. Now, the high vibration energy is our life force energy. So when we're in a high vibration energy, energy is moving. When we're in low vibration energy, it's stuck. It's like a garden hose. You know, you play with hoses and the lawn hoses. You put a kink in the hose, there's plenty of water, but it's not flowing. Why? Because there's a blockage, there's a kink, there's a virus. Got to unkink the hose and then it's going to run. So that's what's happening with you. So today I can do some clearing with you. There's three types of low vibration energy. There's your daily stuff that you had to deal with. Like when we wake up on an everyday, okay, well, I got to make sure my bills are paid. Got to make sure I clean my body. Got to make sure I'm looking okay. Got to make sure I eat enough. No, should exercise here. You know, got to get to work and make sure that's taken care of. You know, I got to make sure my rent's paid. You know, I got to make sure that so all of this, you got to take care of stuff. Now, all that stuff is stressful. But if you know how to clean and clear yourself, then you let it go, just like taking a shower and you're good to go. So I have a whole course on how to do that. Now I'm going to show you some stuff here that you can start doing. But I recommend that you start learning energy awareness training. Either have me teach you personally or go on the video courses, because there's a lot for you to learn. But this is the framework of what I'm teaching about. We all have to go through a time when we recognize, whoa, I got some stuff I got to clear. I got some things to clean up. And if I don't clean them up, it's going to cause me more pain and more suffering. Now, how old are you?
I'm 24.
24, you're 24. Marios, if you commit to learning energy awareness training, really go for it, you will save yourself 10 to 20 years of suffering. I didn't learn it until I was in my late 30s.
Wow.
And I went through almost 20 years from teenage years up into my late 30s, misery, because I kept making mistake because I didn't know any better. No one told me. I went looking for love, and 10 times I experienced what you just did. Got love, and then it became pain. Then love became pain. And love became pain. Love, oh man, and then career-wise, I'm successful, then I lose it all. Then I'm successful, then I lose it all. Then I'm successful, then I'm just like, I went, what's happening to me? Why is this happening? I didn't know. Now it's real clear. Operating system, you got viruses. You clean the viruses, you're gonna have a happy life. You don't clean the viruses, you're gonna keep getting more of the same. So the piece I want to give you about is with women. I have a whole course on women, on dealing with the opposite sex. And again, in the law of duality, the same thing applies to women. There's wonderful women, beautiful women. The experience of having a great woman in your life is fantastic. A loving, supporting relationship, it's the best thing in the world. That's the high vibration energy aspect of it. The low vibration energy can also be the most miserable experience, can cause you enormous pain, could cost you a lot of money, etc. So you got two things that you're dealing with. And you need to be aware of how, you with me, or you're looking at something online?
Yes, I'm here. It's like my computer pops up, it's like notification.
Oh, okay. I see your eyes looking elsewhere. Giving you gold here. This is going to be a life-changing class today.
Yeah.
That you're gonna, because this is your wake-up call to really move your life forward. You can go to, are you in university, or did you graduate, or what'd you do with that?
I'm still doing it, but the good news that there is that I can tell you is that like I live with my parents at the moment, and I found a position in London, which I'm going to move tomorrow with the plane there. I'm moving from like this city, like from this small town that I am here, because like you said, nothing changes until energy moves. It kind of also gives me memories about that situation. So tomorrow it's like I'm going to start a new life there, just moving to UK. That's it.
Congratulations. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Now you're going to start a new life physically,
Yeah.
and you want to start a new life energetically
Energetic.
at the same time. You
Yeah.
want to change that life here. So, any questions on what I've taught you so far?
Uh, the the thing that you said about is like, okay, we have that, and now that this is like a wake up call, like you said, it's difficult to see it at the moment that like what that person gave me, it's a gift, or even like you said, there's great woman outside there, because like you said, the head is keep telling me that you got hurt so much and that's nothing, never going to happen again, that you're going to be able to date. And it freaks me out because I'm familiar with this, like with Owen stuff, and I used to go out and socialize so much, and it was amazing. But 2 months ago I was on a date with this girl, and she liked me so much, and I pushed it, I self-sabotaged it because I feel like the heart is closed. Like I'm like, whoa, what if it happens again?
See, that's another energetic virus that you just picked up. This girl gave you another virus that you picked up, because here you are. So here it is. You haven't talked to her in months, and you meet a nice girl, and everything is going great. You think, wow, I like this girl, and then boom, up comes the virus. Uh-oh, you've been hurt before. What if you get hurt again? What if she breaks your heart? What if it turns to be a disaster? I can't deal with it. And boom,
Yeah.
you blow it or you sabotage it. You see how that works?
Yeah.
I was Owen's coach for a number of years, right?
He mentioned you a lot, and Julian too, because I joined Julian's work, which he did like the same thing that you were teaching in the class one, which is the breath, the energetic breath, sitting down and just focusing on the base of the spine and stuff like that.
Where do you think he got it from?
He got it from you. But I tried, Glenn, to do that by my own, or like to try to clear it up and just think about the situation. But I'm not sure if I'm doing it properly, because like you also said that it's different if you do it with someone who is experienced in that.
That's right. That's right. Julian was a student of mine, and I knew he was trying to leave being a pickup artist.
Yeah.
And so
because if I didn't know their stuff, I wouldn't be able to met here, but I got to met here from just learning from them and going out, and boom, it just
Mm-hmm.
And my dad one day said like, wow, he started laughing. He said like, oh, if you never knew about this, I guess you'll never read about this person,
Right. So it's about quality, not quantity. And most guys just want to find a good girlfriend, that they can be with. And it's great for your ego, if you've never been able to, be socially interactive, that to have the skill. But then it's what's beyond the skill. See, what I do is I teach guys the power, the steps of masculinity. Mm-hmm. There are steps of being a man that most of our fathers never taught us. You're growing up. You're shifting from a boy from being a man. You're shifting from dependent upon your parents and and for the money, and then you're learning how to grow into being a man, and that includes physically, emotionally, sexually, and energetically. And most guys have no idea on how to do that, but there's a process. And in energy awareness training, what I do is I teach men the rites of passage. See, like right now, you're in a great place because this is your educational time in your life. This is the time for you where you're learning and you're taking your education, and now you're going to get a job, and now you're going to start producing money. And that's going to be an education for you also, because you're going to learn about how you operate in a job situation, having a boss and working with others. And what's your job you're going to be doing?
I'm going to work in a place where they make chocolates.
And what's your job going to be?
I'm going to be into the department where just like they pack them and they send them to different like places.
Okay.
Like scanning. Yeah.
Great. And will you continue your education while you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So this is a time, this is a really important time, Marios, for you. And if you do it right, you'll save yourself 20 years of experience in learning your energy awareness training, because you'll learn how to get all the viruses out of you, and you'll start learning about energy situations. See, your job is an energy situation. You're going to be working at a place, everybody's got a different energy.
Yeah.
Businesses have an energy, products have an energy, bosses have an energy, coworkers have an energy. So the more energetically aware you are, the better off you're going to be. So this is the time really to become energetically aware, so that you're, you could even do this so that you're still in your 20s and you're energetically free. So what do I mean by energetically free? What I mean is, when you get to a place where you've worked on you've worked on your life, and you've worked on your viruses, you can, and you start moving up in high vibrational energy, you can get to a place where life is good, and you're around mostly positivity, and all of the anxiety, stress, worry, doubt, fear pretty much is gone. And then you start living life on a very high level. And that's my intention for all of my students, to get out of the ups and downs and the drama and the this and that. When you're energetically free, that means you have such a connection to the higher powers, to the divine presence, that you have such power in this world, because you don't need anything. You're not attached to anything. You can take it or leave it. And that's ultimate freedom. So when you can move through life and take it or leave it, the world comes to you. I don't know if you've ever heard a scripture in the Bible that says, "Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything
will be added to you."
Everything will be added unto you. This is what Jesus was talking about. This is the kingdom of God. It's not some castle out in the sky. The kingdom of God is your connection to your higher power, to your high vibrational energy. And when you have that, then you want plenty of girls, you want plenty of money, plenty of everything, but you realize that that's not the source of your happiness. Girls are great, but you got to bet anything in the physical world. Marios, listen to me. Anything in the physical world, if it can make you happy under the law of duality, it can also do what?
Unhappy.
It can make you unhappy. That's right. So anything that you're looking of value in the physical world, girls, money, power, all of this stuff, it's under the law of duality. Goes up, goes down, in, goes out, up, down, etc. But when you're connected to your high vibration energy self, there's no up and down there. When you transcend this dimension and live in the frequencies that I teach, there's no up, there's only one. All good, all God, all grace, all the time. And no matter what happens, it always ends up good. No matter what happens to you, when you're able to attain energetic freedom, it's all good. And that's what Jesus was talking about the kingdom of God. Seek first your happiness, and everything will be added to you besides. You can take it or leave it. See, if you told that girl, if I was coaching and you really wanted that girl, I would have showed you how to get her begging to come back to you. because everything is energy. Everything's energy. She came sniffing back and gave you another shot. But if you'd been energetically aware and did what I say, she'd be calling you night and day, begging to get back to you, because you have to know how to play that energy. But when she came back to you, she recognized that you were still needy, and that you were still the same guy you were before, and you went into the same energy pattern, and you brought her back to the same place that she was when she broke up with you. But if you had shifted the energy on her and come from a place of take it or leave it, I love you, but I can take, she would have seen a guy that's not needy. And it's interesting with women. They hate it when you're needy. Hate it. You know that. They hate needy guys. But the irony of it, and this is in my level 4 course on women, they will try to get you to depend upon them. They're going to try to get you to be needy. They're going to try to make you weak and need them. It's biological. They do that so it's like when back in the cave days, they had to test the warriors to make sure that the warriors wouldn't leave them. So you know what they talk about, shit tests?
Yeah, I know that term a lot.
Yeah, that's biological. It's natural for a woman to do that. Now, when you understand what a shit test is, and then you shit test them back, they go, oh, this guy gets it. I've interviewed so many women about this. And, you know, what women do is they play a game. They see a guy they like, and they wonder, I wonder if I can get this guy. So they throw, you know, flirt with you and make you feel like you could get them. And the minute that they know that they can get you,
it's over. Yeah,
they're done with you. Game's over. Game's over. So we know, but they're so convincing, and you want it. I mean, they're so convincing. You go, oh okay, yeah, you're attracted to me. I'm attracted to you. Yeah, you're hot for me. I'm hot for you. Yeah, you want to do it? Okay, over. Bye-bye. And what do they go to? The guys who aren't interested.
Freaking like shit. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's it. That's it. And then see, that's a virus in a girl. And girls got their own viruses that they got to get over. You know, liking bad boys and guys that are not good for them, and etc. So women have their work cut out for them too. But you have to know how to. This is a whole game, and this is something you need to study from an energetic point of view, not from a pickup point of view, because a woman is powerful energy. It's one of the most powerful energies on this planet. That's why when you get with a good woman, and you're in alignment together in high vibration energy, she can take you right to the top. She can support you with her energy to take whatever you're doing and boom, go right to the top. That's why you see so many, you know, the success behind so many guys is their wives. They marry wives, and, you know, in the NFL, in football, all these successful quarterbacks, they got wives are right behind them. And every time they get a prize, they go, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Even writers do that for my wife. Sometimes they write. Yeah.
Right. And that's what you want. That's what you want for yourself. But you have to be careful, because there's a lot of traps out there. There's a lot of fool's gold. You know what fool's gold is?
It's to fool's gold is to, it's like a catfish or something that to make you fool.
Right. It looks good, but it's not. It's like a diamond zirconium. It looks good, but it's not the real thing.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
It's true. Oh yeah, the energy traps you've been talking to in your videos. I remember. Yeah.
Right. It's a trap. You don't want to get trapped. You want to get trapped. So you have a lot to learn here. So let's go over in the remaining time we have here. Let's go over some basic exercises you can do to start the process of letting this stuff go. Now, you know about the energetic breath?
Yeah, I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
Due to stress and all that, like I have a mild ringing in the ears. You know what tinnitus is?
Yes.
And it's not like real loud. It's just, can I still do the exercise and get results? You know, because you say we have to be in silence.
Well, you have to be in inner silence. If you've got a condition, tinnitus, okay, let's try it. Sit up and close your eyes. Now, when was the first time you noticed this tinnitus?
I noticed this actually because 3 months ago, I went and I signed up for Transcendental Meditation. And you know what it is, right?
Sure.
I started doing that. And when I was doing that, I will have to sit, you know, in a silent place.
Yeah.
And it was very mild, and I thought that was how silence is, but it became like louder and louder and louder.
So this condition started.
I got to notice it.
This condition started when you started to meditate, or
it started like a couple months ago.
It started after you started to meditate.
I'm not really sure about it because I think I might have it, but I just didn't pay attention to it, you know. But as soon as I started becoming to my body and I started, you know, calming down and all that stuff, I just became aware of it.
Is it disturbing you?
Well, when I sleep, let's say I have to hear a rain or sound or something like that, but not really. I met a doctor who told me how I can cure this naturally, and I just follow his stuff. And a lot of this stuff is basically not having stress and eating well and sleeping. And I see like a lot of people, you know, like actually got results and they got rid of it after months.
Are you under any stress right now?
A lot.
You're under a lot of stress.
And I don't know if I told you that. Due to stress, because I was going through that period, you know, all this breakup and stuff like that. After that, I had like something which is a chronic allergy. And I went to the doctor and they say 70 to 80% we don't know what's coming from. But like they say like it's from major part of it is stress.
That's right. All right. So see, one of the things also you need to learn is I teach what's called a platform, energy platform. And the energy platform is learning how to get out of your head, learning how to get into your energy body, learning how to ground yourself, learning how to start cleaning out your energy body and to start connecting more to high vibrational energy. That's what you want to start learning how to do. I can't teach you the whole thing here, but what you can do is, are you doing any kind of energy work during the day?
I used to do a lot, but now that I'm going through it's that, like you said, I'm so trapped in my head. Most of the time I spend it like watching movies and escaping with food and thinking and just being in my head, you know. But I used to do like I have like this transcendental meditation teacher once in a week. I used to go there, made me feel good. But yeah.
Let me explain how this works.
Yeah.
When you meditate, you move into a higher energy field.
Yeah.
But if your energy body is filled with garbage and low vibration energy, what happens to you?
You come back to
you come right back into the garbage.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So let me just go over it here. Let me just give you the basic here that you can do, and we'll do more later. But go ahead and close your eyes. Feel the floor underneath your feet. Be aware of the energy in your head, the thoughts, thinking. thoughts, thinking. You aware of all those thoughts going through your head? You're thinking. Take your focus out of your head now and lower it. Take your focus, the thought process, and start moving it down your body. Your thought process, the thought, moving it down, your chest, moving it down, your stomach, moving it down, your legs, moving it down, your feet, all the thinking, all the thought processes, go ahead and put that into the ground down about 10 feet. Just the thought, all the thoughts, all the thinking, just out of your head, put it into the ground. Got it? Just put it there. Boom. Now, focus your attention on your center point. The center point is the place between the belly button and the tailbone. That's where you want to concentrate your energy and your focus. Out of your head, into your focus. Now, you want to feel the floor underneath your feet. Why? You want to stay grounded. When you're grounded, you're connected to Mother Earth energy. Mother Earth energy is part of the high vibration energy field. There's two energies your of high vibration energy: Mother Earth below you and the heavenly energies above you. So just take a moment, be aware of the floor underneath your feet, and visualize roots going underneath into the earth, 10 feet down, 10 feet wide. And say, I am grounded to Mother Earth energy. Repeat.
I can ground it to Mother Earth energy.
Good. So take a moment and just feel those roots underneath your feet. Better if you're barefoot or with socks on than having shoes on. And just feel that connection to Mother Earth energy. Be aware of your lower body. Be aware of your butt sitting in the chair. Be aware of your thighs. And be aware of that place called your center point, the place between your belly button and your tailbone. We're going to start the energetic breath, and we're going to breathe from that place. So the energetic breath works as follows. We inhale slowly for the count of 6, hold for the count of 3, exhale for the count of 6. And as we exhale for the count of 6, we get all the energy out, take a regular breath, and then pause. And then we do it again. So I'm going to lead you through this. So Marius, here we go. Put your attention on your center point, the place between your belly button and your tailbone. You're going to breathe through the nose, inhale, hold, and then you're going to exhale loudly through the mouth. As you exhale loudly through the mouth for the count of 6, after number 6, you're going to make sure you got all the energy out. You're going to take a breath and you're going to pause. Now, during that pause, you're going to be still. You're going to be silent. You're going to move into a gap between the thoughts. That's when you're going to receive high vibrational energy. So I'm going to lead you through 10 of these. Okay? All right, here we go. Feel the floor underneath your feet. Imagine that your nose is at your center point. That's where you're breathing from down there. In martial arts, it's called the Dan Dien, or your second chakra. Here we go, breath number 1. Slowly, easily begin inhale through the nose. 1, 2, breathe low. 3, 4, 5, breathe all the way down to your feet. 6, hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now exhale loudly through the mouth slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out. Get it all out. Take a normal breath. Now pause for a moment. Be still. Be aware. Silence. That's right. Good. Here we go. Breath number 2. Tune into your center point. Imagine that your nose is there. Take a full energetic breath. Here we go. Inhale slowly. 1. Breathe it in. 2. 3. Breathe low. 4. 5. Breathe all the way down to your feet. 6. Fill up the lungs with air. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale loudly through the mouth for the count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out. Good. Pause. Be still. Be aware. Move into the gap between the thoughts. Silence. That's right. Good. Here we go. Breath number 3. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe low. 6. Fill up the lungs with air. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out. Okay. Take a normal breath. Pause. Be still. Be aware. Silence. A quiet mind. That's right. Excellent. Good. Here we go. Breath number 4. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe low. 6. Fill up the lungs with air. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Slowly exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out. Pause. Be still. Be aware. Silence. Space. The gap between the thoughts. That's right. Good. Here we go. Breath number 5. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3. Breathe low. 4. All the way down to your feet. 5, 6. Fill up the lungs with air. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly out of the mouth. 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Good. Pause. Take a breath now. Be still. Be aware. Move into the silent gap between the thoughts. Space. Notice your mind is quiet. Nice. Breath number 6. Here we go. Feel the floor underneath your feet and begin. Inhale slowly. 1, 2. Breathe low. 3, 4, 5. Fill up the lungs with air. 6. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. Now exhale. Nice and loud. 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out. Take a normal breath. Pause. Move into the silent gap between the thoughts. Good. Breath number 7. Here we go. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe low. 5. All the way down your feet. 5, 6. Fill up the lungs with air. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly through the mouth. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out. Good. Take a normal breath. Pause. Move into the silent gap between the thoughts. Space. Stillness. A quiet mind. Great. Breath number 8. Here we go. Tune into your center point. Imagine that your nose is there. Feel the floor underneath your feet and breathe. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, breathe low, 4, 5, all the way down to your feet, 6, fill up the lungs in there, hold it for the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, exhale slowly, shh, nice and loud, 4, 5, 6, get all the air out, good, pause, take a normal breath, be still, be aware, silence, space, just embrace this silence, move into it, love it. Nice. Breath number 9. Here we go. Tune into your center point. Imagine that your nose is there. Feel the floor underneath your feet. Breathing from your center point. Let's begin. Inhale. 1, 2. Breathe low. 3, 4. All the way down to your feet. 5, 6. Fill up the lungs of air. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale loudly. 1, 2, 3. That's right. 4, 5, 6. Get all the air out. Good. Pause. Take a normal breath. Be still. Be aware. Let's move out even farther into the gap, into silence, space, the gap between the thoughts. Here we go. Silence, stillness. Excellent. Let's take another breath. Here we go. Almost done. Here we go. Inhale. 1, 2. Breathe low. 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill up the lungs there. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Get all the air out now. Get it all out. Pause. Take a normal breath. Let's go out even farther into the silence, the gap between the thoughts, the quiet mind. Here we go. Silence. It's in this silent place that we start receiving high vibration energy. It's in this quiet place that the mind chatter drops and we can be at peace, in stillness, in high vibration energy. All right, here we go. One more. Breath number 10. And begin. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3. Breathe low. 4, 5. All the way down to your feet. 5, 6. Fill up the lungs at there. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale loudly. Shh, for the count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get all the air out. Good. Pause. Be still. Be aware. Take a normal breath. We're going to take 2 minutes, and I want you to sit in the gap between the thoughts, in silence, in stillness, in space. Now we're moving into the meditative space. You can use your mantra if you want. Just have your tongue on the roof of your mouth, put your palms up. We're going to connect to high vibration energy now, and I'm going to send you some healing energy myself. 2 minutes, begin. That's right. Just let go. Silence, space, gap between the thoughts. That's right. That's right. And in this place of peace, the high vibratory frequency, it's all good. Everything is working as it should. You are here today, starting today, to recover, to heal, to learn, to move the viruses out, and to start becoming energetically aware, moving towards energetic freedom. It's all good, all grace, all God, the high vibration energy. Let's take one more energetic breath. Here we go. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, breathe low. 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill up the lungs to third. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Great. We're going to start to come back now on the count of 5, knowing that all is well and that you've connected to high vibration energy and had a great experience and had a great coaching session. Really excited about your future, about your move tomorrow, and ready to move in high vibration energy this year. Make it the best year you've had to recover and clean up your past and move forward to a wonderful, compelling, high vibration energy, new life. Coming back on the count of 5, slowly and easily. 1, feel the floor underneath your feet. 2, feel the chair underneath your seat. 3, 4, the next number, coming back awake, alert, energized, feeling fantastic, and in high vibration energy, number 5. Marios, welcome back. How you feel?
It's wow. This is different than meditation.
Much different.
I felt this thing when you said about the earth. It's like my feet became heavy. The mind was busy, but there were these gaps of like nothingness. I cannot describe it. It's very abstract. And when you said you can use the mantra, I felt like just everything just dropped down, you know?
That's right. So this is an example of what the platform is that I teach in the energy awareness. Every day you want to get out of your head, because that's where all the LVE resides. You want to get into your center, in your center point. You want to get grounded. You want to connect. See, there are powerful energies you can connect to every day that will help you, that can make your life 10 times more powerful and easier. these energies are here to help you if you connect to them. If you don't connect to them, they can't help you. It's like walking into a room, and it's dark. Well, there's a light there, but if you don't flip on the switch, light's not going to work. So this is the power of energy awareness training. So we've had a good session. You're awake and alert. And now the big question is, how are you going to continue with your training? So why don't you think about that, whether you want to work with me personally or use the modules or whatever. This is the time for you to start moving forward. This is the time.
I'm going to be looking forward to work with you definitely again, because I think there's also another things to learn, but I feel like I want to prepare if another storm comes up, if another hit comes up, because like you're saying, like life will bring it to you. And I feel like if I'm prepared with when we did that thing with the breath, I had this sense of hope, like, oh my God, I don't need to live in suffering and I don't need to be a victim, even though the head keeps telling these stories, like, no, you got hurt, you left behind, and that didn't work and all that. But I don't think
garbage. It's all garbage. So when you're in your center point, you're out of your head. The low vibration energy keeps wanting to pull you back up to your head.
Yeah.
And this is where it's this training. This is a training. It's not something you can do in one day, but gradually, step by step, you learn how to master your energy, and you learn how to master the low vibration energy. So because either you master it or it masters you. Okay. So why don't you go get settled and do your move, and then contact me. Do you mind if let me ask you a question? Do you mind if I use some of this for my training? Because I train guys on and do examples and videos and stuff. Would you be up for being of service to helping people?
Sure.
I appreciate
that's totally fine. Yeah.
I'd appreciate that because this has been a wonderful session. It's been a wonderful session here.
It just pulled me out of the drama that I had in my head, because I thought, oh my God, this is going to be a session when I'm going to be all drama pointed out. But I just realized that it's the main thing of that work. It's energy. It's not consulting about wedding or relationship. It's just working with the energy. A real quick question: This is the one of the exercises that you're saying, or there's something else I can do?
This is what I want you to concentrate on for now.
For now,
I want you to doing this twice a day.
Twice a day.
At least twice a day. 3 times is even better, but at least twice. The morning, first thing when you wake up, take a leak, grab some water, and do this.
Yeah. Only that, without using some process of which is thinking about it, just doing this 10 breaths, like you told me.
There's nothing to think about.
Yeah.
Thinking is the energy. Yeah. Remember what I told you? There's nothing to think about. It's all energy.
It's all energy, yeah.
Every challenge you have, it's either I'm in high vibration or I'm in low vibration. If I'm in low vibration energy, I need to get out of low vibration to get back into high. That's it. So the mind wants to start bringing you back into, remember the time, it wants to bring you back into the details of your girlfriend. You want to go, oh, these are thoughts. Remember, you're not your thoughts. So whenever you think the thoughts start coming, trying to pull you into low vibration energy, you go, whose thoughts are these? Whose thoughts are these? They're not my thoughts. Boom.
Yeah.
Take an energetic breath and just let it go.
Yeah. And is it okay if I can also breathe from the mouth? Because one of them, I can only breathe from one of the nostrils. The other is a little bit blocked here.
I can only breathe from one nostril too. Can you take an inhale? Can you inhale with one nostril?
Yeah.
Do that. Better to breathe through the nose.
Yeah.
Better to breathe through the nose. So you got a lot of gold on this recording. So I'm going to send it to you later on today. Go over it. Go over it and learn from it. It's pure gold. And then contact me in a week or so and let me know how you want to participate, in energy awareness training for the coming year. We can discuss it. Text me or check and let me know how you're doing.
Twice of this a day, you said.
Twice a day will change your life.
And can I also like use at the end of like the mantra, like you said, at the end?
Can you use what now?
The mantra. You said you can use your mantra
Yeah.
if you want. Yeah.
You just need to stay in the space. I'd like you to stay in the meditative space, if you can, for at least a good 10 to 20 minutes, or at least 10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15
After you do
minutes.
the 10 energetic breaths, now go into meditation.
Then I can go TM. Like I can do
Right.
TM.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can do TM, and then you come back. Remember, you got to clean first before you do this. Clean first before you meditate.
Yeah.
All
10
right?
times. 10 times of these.
10 energetic breaths, just the way I did this. You can do the recording. Just put the recording on and do it with the recording.
Okay. I got it. That's it.
Beautiful.
The last thing that I'd like to add to that. So since I'm like settled, then I can contact you.
Yeah. Yeah, please. I figure you're going to be busy for the next week moving.
Yeah.
But when you're ready to contact me, as soon as next week or this coming week, feel free to contact me whenever you can talk, and we'll work on what your next program is.
Okay, but Glenn, that you're doing this, I know you're doing that like long time ago. You're saying to me that it's possible for me to move from scarcity to abundance.
Absolutely.
With that type of work. Okay.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when when you get settled. When you get settled and you're ready to talk, we'll talk.
Okay.
All right, my friend. I gotta run. God bless you. Merry Christmas. All the best.
Yeah. Take care.
All right, Mario. Good session. Good. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Bye for now.